For the last section of this session, I have the big honor and pleasure to be asking Yuliana Onishchuk, the founder and CEO of the Energy Act for Ukraine Foundation, with me on stage. Yuliana, a personal fact about her, I told you that I asked this to people in the briefing, swam across the Bosporus once, and it's just one of many signs of the great leadership and resilience of Yuliana. And if I may add, just a personal fact, and maybe a bit unusual, but I just want to express my deepest compassion and solidarity for what the Ukrainian people are currently going through, especially after yesterday's attack again on Kiev. You have my heart, and I'm sure you're going to tell us some really interesting stories. Yuliana, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Change now. This phrase could easily have become the motto of my life. And yet, there are things that I would never want to be changed. My name is Yuliana, and I was born in 1993. I was born in a country that has existed for thousands of years. And yet, at that moment, it was only 2 years old as an independent state. I was born in Ukraine. And in my family, we spoke Ukrainian, which was unusual at that time. And I'm very grateful to my dad for that. Being surrounded by Russian language on the streets and in the media, I always recalled my dad's words. You are Ukrainian, and you have your own language. The first thing I would never want to be changed is my mother tongue. Because for me, Ukrainian language was more just a language. It was my culture, my identity, and my quiet resistance. When I was 9, the first revolution in my country happened. As a kid, I was standing there with the people, and I heard and saw how thousands of Ukrainians went out to the streets because they didn't agree for what they were offered. They didn't agree with the Russian regime. We all were standing there, adults and kids, because we wanted to live in a country where democracy and European values prevail. When I was 20, another revolution in my country happened. A revolution of dignity in 2014. A revolution again against Russian influence. It was fierce. It was frightening, and people were killed on the streets. But that year changed Ukraine. Russia occupied Crimea. They invaded territory on the east. And truly saying, we all watched it silently. And then some years passed. I changed many cities and countries and even boyfriends. But I never wanted to change my willingness to live in a country where freedom is the core value. 3 years ago, I was 28. I was living in Kiev. And I had my family, my friends around, my job. My life was perfect. 3 years ago, the full Russian-scale invasion happened, and it is still now there. And that year changed, almost changed in 99% my life. But what actually didn't change were my beliefs. Beliefs that I want to share with you today. Beliefs that became the pillars of the foundation I established back to April 2022 as the response to the war in Ukraine. And these beliefs is everything my NGO and my team stands for. So first, I believe that a better future exists. I believe that no matter what happens, even when horror is outside your window, even when media shows devastation, even when you are at fear, the future must be built. So we decided to act immediately. It was only second month of war when we started to search for donors. We went to communities, we found schools, hospitals, because we wanted change to happen immediately. We wanted to be and initiate the reconstruction process of Ukraine, no matter what tomorrow will happen. Even if this solar power plant will be destroyed together with the whole team, we were there. Our first solar power plant for school was 20 kilowatt solar power plant in October 2022. Since then, we have multiplied our efforts and the impact we made. 23 hybrid solar power plants are built for hospitals and schools, and 22 are right now under the construction to be finished by the end of this year. And we are not going to stop. My second belief is that I believe in technology. So we decided to build solar power plants, but with energy storages, because we want to create a microgrid for energy resilience so that these buildings can stand the blackouts. But it's also about impact we bring for communities, a better financial help that they need right now to redevelop their territories. It is also about development of renewables in the region, and truly saying people even don't understand why they need these solar power plants with storages right now in Ukraine. Only a few months after, they truly understand how important and what the impact is there for them. And we built the solar power plants all around Ukraine. We started from the central part, but for me, the most important regions are frontline regions, the occupied regions, all those people that suffered the most and continue suffering. If I could, I would do it in occupied areas, but we can't. And I believe that this need of sustainable electricity supply to ensure that electricity is there is essential for Ukraine, and specifically for kids and for people that need medical help. But I also believe that bringing help in a material form as an infrastructure is not enough. So I believe in education. And together with the team, we not only bring infrastructure to communities, we share knowledge. We want kids in Ukraine to be grown right now with the new mindset so that they start rebuilding our country sustainably, so that they understand why renewable energy matters. We created an educational course for sustainability and green energy, and we teach school students how they can contribute to a better future of Ukraine. And for now, we have educated for more than 1,000 kids, and we want to reach more and more. And at that educational course, we try to give them the answer on the question, how does the solar power plant work? What can be my contribution to that? And why actually I should care about nature? This year, we also decided that it's not enough to educate kids, but we should answer to a problem that you see on the screen. The scarcity of the workforce in Ukraine is now 5 million people. I cannot find people to my NGO for any position. It takes us for more than 6 months every time. And of course, as the renewables and demand sector, to be honest, we are lacking a workforce specifically in solar and renewable sector as a general. So we decided that we can educate women how to become, at least starting from a simple profession, not engineers, but how to be project managers in solar power plant construction. So we are creating an educational course together with our partners to help them to learn how to construct solar power plant from small size to a big size. The results will come at the beginning of the next year. And the last but not the least, and that's what a lot of people have told today here, I believe in cooperation, and I believe that we are not alone. And taking this opportunity of being here and being the voice of Ukraine today, because it seems that I'm the only speaker from Ukraine today, I want to say thank you for everyone who have ever helped in any way to Ukraine for all these 3 years, who helped us and who stood with us and believed that what we do matters. Because we know that the change is inevitable, but only the resilience in our beliefs can make a real change. And I believe that together with those who have voice over fear, who want to act when there is distraction, who is looking for solution when nobody does, with you, we can really build a better future for us and for our generation. And today I want you to hear this message that there is no sustainability is possible, and no development here is possible as long as we cannot guarantee a peace, at least in our region, European region. So I wish we all live in peace, and I wish that together we make better projects and we build countries and systems where peace, freedom, resilience, and specifically energy resilience and sustainability are not just exceptions, are not something we fight for, but are the foundations of our lives. Thank you. Yes, thanks.
Yuliana, stay with me for a moment. Thank you so much, Yuliana, for your inspiring example of resilience and turning tragedy into what seems opportunity for Ukraine. I was going to ask Yuliana 2 or 3 questions, but I actually think, and I hope you would all agree, that what you shared stands for itself, and I would just love to leave it as it is.